Enter EchoStar by Delhi Watch Company. Most of us start our watch journey with something simple. A Titan gifted to us on our birthday, a Casio we wore in school, but eventually you start to dream of something more mechanical, something with more complications. But then the reality hits. Mechanical watches, especially GMTs, are expensive. That's what Delhi Watch Company wanted to change. They have made what might just be the most affordable automatic GMT in India today. This is my first PR piece. I was behind Delhi Watch Company a lot and they were kind enough to send me one for review. It's got a Seiko automatic NH34 GMT movement, a 24-hour bezel, a second time zone, and a design that doesn't copy anyone. Let's be honest, we are used to looking west when it comes to watches. Swiss, Japanese, German. But this one comes from right here, India. The name EchoStar isn't just for show. In aviation, every time zone is given a code word. Echo stands for UTC +5, which is just half an hour away from IST, that is Indian Standard Time. And EchoStar is Delhi Watch Company's way of saying this is our time. It's subtle but powerful, a name that puts Indian watchmaking on the map without screaming for attention. Honestly, when I first saw EchoStar, I thought finally something different. Most GMT watches try to look like divers or follow the same old round templates, but it's angular with a decagonal bezel. Initially, I had some apprehensions when it comes to how I feel about this, but in reality it looks pretty good and interesting, giving it a fresh, modern travel GMT feel. It's got sharp lines, a mix of brushed and polished finishes, and a clean but bold presence on the wrist. It's not flashy, but it's got character, a lot of it. The dial is where the magic lives. You've got three classic colors, green, blue and black, all with sunburst finish that catches light beautifully. Around the dial, there's a 24-hour bezel that helps you track a second or even a third time zone. More on this in a minute. The hands are simple and legible. The dial has applied hour markers with awesome finish and Swiss Lume. But let's talk about that red GMT hand. You can independently set it to track a different time zone, while your main hand stays on your local time. Inside, you will find a Seiko NH34 automatic GMT movement. It's automatic, so it winds with your wrist movement. It's got 24 joules and around 41 hours of power reserve. It's reliable, repairable, and well loved in the watch world. Now, technically, this is what we call a collar GMT, meaning the GMT hand is the one that jumps in 1 hour steps. The main hour hand doesn't jump like in a flyer GMT. So if you are someone who calls or works across time zones, this works beautifully. But if you are flying extremely frequently and you need to adjust local times on the go, then you have to just take few extra steps. But for 11,000 rupees, this is a trade-off I am more than willing to make. The case is 39mm wide, Lug-to-Lug is 46mm and thickness comes in about 13.9mm. So yes, it has some wrist presence, but it does not feel bulky or overbearing at all. The bracelet is 316L stainless steel and has chamfered edges. And I love the bracelet, it catches little details, and I'm talking about how it catches the light and elevate the feel. And here's the surprise, it comes with a butterfly clasp with 5 micro adjustment steps. That's rare at this price, and it shows someone at DWC really cared about how this wears day to day, especially when you're traveling. Here is how to operate the watch. Screw it down to operate. In the first pop, when you rotate it clockwise, you can control the GMT hand. And if you move it anti-clockwise, you can change the date. Pull it out a little more. Now you can change your local time. Local time is shown by the hour and minute hands. Mumbai in this case. GMT hand, usually arrow-shaped, completes one full rotation every 24 hours. Not 12 hours, 24 hours. The rotating bezel is a bi-directional bezel with 60 clicks. You can finally adjust it. Red part is used to track the AM and black part is used to track the PM. So this helps you understand at a glance sunrise and sunset of your second time zone. If I want to track 2 time zones, one is Mumbai and second is Toronto, Canada. Let's do it step by step. First, you set the local time. That is your main hour and minute hands. Set main hour and minute hands to 10 am. Make sure it's correctly in AM and not PM because we are setting 10 AM in Mumbai. Since GMT hand rotates once every 24 hours, it points to a fixed 24-hour scale. So 12:30 AM will be just after 12. Remember, for the second time zone, you can't set half hours precisely, so 12:30 AM will be approximate. After some practice, you will be able to understand it better. So this movement is affordable, a true GMT movement. The NH34 is one of the most budget-friendly automatic GMT movements available. Plus, it's robust, reliable and serviceable. But there are some cons. Although you can track 3 different time zones, but at a time you can only track 2. Or for the third time, you have to simultaneously rotate the bezel between the time zone second and time zone third. You also don't get precise minute tracking for GMT time zones, since the bezel only tracks hours and not minutes. So your second and third time zone tracking is approximate. Well, honestly, this one is more than you can ask for at this price point. But still, as per me, a couple of things could have been better. First, I wish the crown had been slightly oversized. It feels a bit small compared to the size and shape of the case. An octagonal crown in particular would have complemented the watch's overall aesthetic beautifully. Second is the logo on this dial is printed. A lot of enthusiasts, including myself, would have loved to see an applied logo to give it a bit more depth and just something to elevate the visual texture. And third, the GMT hand could have been executed better. The size doesn't quite match the hour markers and I feel it is a little too small. With a better finish and bigger size, it would have popped better. And honestly, I feel the hands are a little thin. I would have loved slightly thicker hands. But honestly, none of these are deal breakers. These are just little things, signs that this watch has even more potential in its next iteration. I am nitpicking really because that's what you do when something already gets so much right. Let's put things in perspective. The Seiko 5 GMT starts at 40,000. Fossil quartz GMTs around 15,000. But its quartz and the material used are pretty basic. And honestly, it is more fashion than function. The EchoStar is 11,000 rupees. Automatic, original, Indian design and mechanically interesting. That's honestly not just good pricing. That's category redefining value. At the end of the day, the EchoStar GMT is more than just a watch. It's an idea that good design, mechanical movement and local storytelling don't have to cost a fortune. It's for people who want something different. So if you're starting your mechanical journey or just want a reliable travel companion with real personality, the EchoStar deserves your attention. I've only been wearing it daily for a short while, so I'll need more time to give a long-term review. But if you like the design, go for it. Delhi Watch Company has excellent customer service, so in case if at all you face any manufacturing issues, they've got you covered. At the end, I'll leave you with this. In a world full of copies and clones, this watch tells time and tells a story. See you in the next video, guys. Until next time, peace.